y'all, so today I'm here to tell you my Bell Palsy story. So stay tuned. So I got Bell Palsy when I was in the 9th grade, and I think it was toward the middle of the year. I remember it very good. I used to do visual ensemble, like with the band I used to sort of play. And so my face started hurting, like the side of my face started hurting, and it was this side of my face. As the days went by, it started drooping more and more, and it started to become noticeable. And so I told my mom that my face was hurting, and she was like, yeah, it looks like it's drooping. So then by the next morning, it had got like so worse. Like my eye was like really, really low, and like I couldn't chew really. And when I talked, the words, like I couldn't get them to come out good because the way my mouth was, it was like shifted to the side. And my mom took me to the doctor because she said it looked like I had a stroke. And when we got there, and they gave me a CAT scan, and they took pictures of my skull and the size of my face to try to figure out what was going on. So then we realized, well, the doctor told us that I had Bell Palsy. Now, this is the first time in my life that I had ever had something so serious wrong with me, you know? So I found out I had it. I went to school. Wait, did I miss it at school? I don't think I missed it at school, but they gave me medicine for it. And I went to school, and my friends that did VE with me, we all hung out all the time like this. And so they were like, what's wrong? And I told them what was wrong with me, and y'all, it was like the worst feeling in the world. Really, I felt so ugly and disgusted, and I didn't want to talk to anybody because I didn't want them to see the way I was talking. I don't know, it's just the way I couldn't say certain words because the way my mouth was shifted, so it made it really hard to say certain words and to laugh and smile. It made it hard, and one of my eyes were lower than the other, and everybody was like, what's wrong with you? What happened? And I told everybody that I have Bell Palsy. Y'all, people ask me this all the time when I was at school. It was always somebody asking, and I felt like it started to get worse, and you could see that my face was drooping more and more. And so I kept taking my medicine, and the feeling, I think I went through this Bell Palsy thing for a reason. I don't know how I got it. I didn't know anybody. I don't know of anybody in my family who has ever had it. But it makes me feel I was sad all the time. I didn't show it, you know. I just played it strong, you know. But behind closed doors, I was sad. I felt like I was going to be like that for the rest of my life, and I was never going to get married because I wasn't pretty. And I don't know, it just didn't feel good. But the hardest part was going to school, and you know how you go to lunch, you got a lunch table and you have to eat and everything. I remember I would skip lunch all the time because I didn't want anybody to be like, what's wrong? You know, I got tired of people asking me what was wrong, and I felt so bad. It wasn't anything that I could help, but yeah. I remember one time I was walking down the hall, and I was eating something. I think it was some chips, and this girl, I will never forget this. As long as I live, I would never forget this. She was and she was a girl that I didn't like her anyway, and she was older than me, so she thought she could bully me. But that didn't happen. She was like, why you eating like that? What's wrong with your mouth? And like, when she said that, the way she said it, I was like, dang, like, that is one thing I remember. That is one thing that she said that, like, hurt my feelings and made me feel bad. Like, I was so sad after she said that. I was like, you know, everybody else is saying, everybody else is like, you'll be okay, like, you'll get over it, and you're strong, you're gonna make it through this. But when she was like, dang, what's wrong with your face? Like, why is your eyes like that? Why you eating like that? I was like, I didn't even know what to say. I was just like, leave me alone, and like, just walked away. But I will forever remember that. I kept Bell Palsy for like, I don't know if it was a month and a half, but it felt like forever. Like forever. And once I got over it, I was like, I don't know, I felt like a new person. It like slowly dripped away, and my face got back to normal. As you can see in some of my videos, one of my eyes like smaller than the other, lower than the other, or whatever. That's why, because when I had Bell Palsy, it was like that, and it kind of didn't fully recover, I guess. But I don't have it now, but I still have, like, sometimes, like, even though that happened in 9th grade, ever since then, sometimes my eye twitches really bad, and my lip twitches really bad sometimes, and like, I could feel something pulling, like, in my jaw sometimes, and I could feel my nerves moving on this side of my face. Like, I could feel it really good sometimes, and I just pray, like, Lord, please don't let me get Bell Palsy again. I'm happy I went through it, because it made me see things differently. Like, I know how it feels to feel like an outsider, you know, and feel like, oh, I'm not pretty because of this, and I'm not pretty because of that. So now when I see people, well, ever since then, when I see people that's like looking sad and feeling bad about themselves, I try to encourage them that they are beautiful, and that no matter what, that they can make it through. I felt like helping somebody else to do better, and yeah, I learned, that's when I really learned that bullying is not cool. I mean, I never was the type to bully, you know, but when that happened, I learned who my friends are, and I learned, like, you shouldn't pick on people. And now when I see somebody get picked, well, when I was in high school, I really don't see it now, but, and I would see somebody get picked on, I would take up for them. And I feel like having Bell Palsy makes me stronger. And when I had Bell Palsy, after I went through the, like, stage of feeling ugly and not looking pretty, I learned to, like, love myself and accept myself no matter what I look like, if I had Bell Palsy or if I didn't have Bell Palsy. And I think that's when I really started to, like, once I realized that I was pretty no matter what, that's when I really started to, like, get over the Bell Palsy thing, you know? So I think it was meant to happen. Anyways, that's my Bell Palsy story. So, anybody out there who is suffering with Bell Palsy now, just keep going. Don't give up, because it's going to be a brighter day. So keep going, and you'll make it through. Just take your medicine like the doctor tells you to do. And no matter what, do not let nobody make you feel down, make you feel like you're not pretty enough, or that you don't fit in. Don't let them do that. You make this into something good. Tell yourself that you are a strong individual, and that you're gonna make it through this. And no matter what anybody say, you know who you are, and you know that you're beautiful no matter what. So with that being said, yeah, I just wanted to share my story with Bell Palsy. So now you know, if you see my eye low in my videos, you know why. But yeah, that's it. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.